ones. And he wants some corn. Yeah, I need to spray him for flies or set up a cattle rub that I can treat it for. That's it. Scratch it. I don't think they can kill this one. They can knock all the limbs off the bottom like they already did, but they can't. I don't think they can destroy it. He likes it because it chases the flies away. Look at the flies on him. Yeah. I need a cattle rub here. I need a better one on the big pasture too. Yeah. I could spray him. Oh, once I get the barn freed up, and I can get him in the big pen or the small pen inside the barn. I can spray him without him running away. Because if I spray him, from past experience, cattle don't like to be sprayed, even if it's good for him. And I don't know why he always stands there. He thinks he's going to get something if he stands there, I guess. There. Here's the rest of them. Yeah. You can walk through the water. She always follows me around, at least near the house. Sorry guys, I ain't got nothing special for you. I'm gonna be headed out to the big pasture just to check on something. I'm gonna estimate how many bags of quick creek I'm gonna need to do the concrete work up at the corral. I see the cattle in there. Two of them in the pond. I see two bulls over there. I don't know if there's two cows down in the water or not. I think there are. Underneath the tree, and there's one over there. Yeah, I think there's two of them over there underneath that tree. Yeah, I see them. I'm going to close this gate since I'm going to use the truck. And I don't feel like opening and closing the gate after I go through it by the driveway. So I'll close this one first. Told me to close the gate. They think they're going to get something. Sorry. Nothing special over here. Even little bullies coming. Look at all those gnats. I can see them over there. A whole bunch of them. Big swarm. Yeah. Looks like it's moving this way. Yeah, it's coming this way. Maybe it's attracted to my body heat. I think they're coming. Looks like they're dispersed. They were congregated there for a while. Where'd they go? They spread out. Oh no, there they are. They're still there. I lost track of them, that's all. I think it's the light. When they get into a certain light, I can't see them. And then they form again. They break up and then they form again right there. Oh, there's a cat. Neighbor's cat. The calico one. Yeah, one of these days I got when the weather, when the sun comes back again sometime, I'm going to, and it warms up, I'm going to spray that all that area over there so that neighbor don't get tempted to cut. Because he cut from that culvert there, except for those weeds. He cut all that where I parked my trailer. That's when the trailer was parked there, though. So why he wanted to do that? The township cut the rest of it yesterday, and then I followed up, but I cut it with my lawnmower too, all the way down to my boundary down there. That was yesterday. Today's another day. I'm not going to do any work. I'm going to do some calculations though. I should clean up that grass. It's blocking the light, but not today. Hey guys, I gotta go measure the tires on the trailer. I want to see what size I need as an example. Now they're following me wherever I go. I fed them in here today. Yeah. We're gonna do some measurements inside the trailer too. Who was that? That was one of the cows. I'm gonna measure something inside the trailer. You making all that noise? No, I don't think so. I think it was you smell the corn, don't you? I don't think you can get in here. No, it's too tight of a fit for you. It's almost too tight for me. He can smell the corn. Come on, I gotta get out of here. Come on. That's it, get out. Come on. I'm coming out. Come on. All right, just get out. Come on, keep going. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Yeah, now stay out here. You want some more of that corn? You got a taste of it yesterday, didn't you? Yeah. Oh well, you'll have to do without today. I was gonna work on this after I cleaned out the trailer last fall, but I never got around to it, so I better do it now because there's some loose boards at the end of the trailer. See that one? And that one? That one's okay. That one's got a little spring to it. They're rotten on the ends. I put a board on there a long time ago. For some reason, I can't remember what. But now these are rotten on the end. So I'm going to put a board. I'm going to get I got a wide board. I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it across here. That way I can nail down, and or maybe I should screw them down. Screws would be better than nails. Yeah, I'll screw them in. That way those boards will be attached. They'll be held up better, because if he steps there and that breaks, foot's gonna go right through. So I'm gonna prevent that. What are you doing? What are you doing out there, huh? Red's out there. The other ones are out there. You smell that corn, don't you? Huh? Yeah. You can smell it. Well, the bull's eating it in the barn. But you're not getting no corn today. I spoiled you yesterday. Okay, I got my measurement. I don't know if I'll do that today or not. At least I know what I need down there. I got a big wide board. I'm gonna two by something. I forgot what it, and I'll cut it to length. Squeeze it in there. Yeah, that should work. Well, let me try something else. You gonna let me out or what? Come on, I gotta go. No corn today. You hear me? No more. By the way, where's my tub? I must have took it in the barn. You don't want me to touch you again, do you? I had to slap him on his rump yesterday. Yeah, I got the measurements I need for the tire, the width of the tire, and now I can go find a tire that's about the same size, so I can use it as a measuring tool. There's some tires over there. There's tires up there in that corner. I'll see what any of them are good. They're about the same size as the tire I need. There's 4 old tires. Let's see if any of them are about the same size as the tire that's on the trailer. I'll use it as an example. Okay, I'm gonna take that tire with me. It's the same size as what I need. That's on the trailer. Pond's getting green. A lot of algae in there, I guess. Mosquitoes are biting me. Yeah, there's an old feeder I had used a long time ago when I first had the Highlanders. But then when I made my box, a wooden box to put them in, I took them apart. I used them there. I got one over there too behind the sycamore. Yeah, I got another section. It's a 3-section thing. I got another one like that. It's out in the big pasture. Yeah, it kind of fell apart. I don't use it anymore. I didn't use it in years. But look at that thistle. I got to spray these things. There's a couple down there too, and up here. Anyway, I got the tire. I'm gonna roll it down the hill. I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna roll this tire down the hill. I knew I was gonna regret it. I should have went over there and rolled it down. Yeah, I should have known that was gonna happen. Now I just made a mess. Now I gotta roll it up the hill all the way. Well, I was gonna have to do that anyway. I started rolling it up this hill from down there. I got to the tree and I said, heck with this. So I just picked it up with one hand and carried it all the way up to this tree. And I said, that's too heavy. So I rolled it the rest of the way. This hill's not as steep as that one down there. So I was able to roll it this way, as far as this gate. Plenty to eat down there. I just threw it over the fence. Now I gotta load it into the truck. I thought of this first. It's easier to drag it than it is to roll it. And I got the perfect tool with the hook on it. Okay, I got it on the back of the truck. I'm not leaving yet. I just got to pull the truck up so I can work on something on the tailgate. That should be far enough. What I want to use for the back of the trailer for added support, or the boards that are rotten on the end. Now I got to measure it, see if it's long enough. I think it's long enough. I think it's too long. I have to cut something off. I also have to notch it because the way I'm going to put it in, there's a on the trailer there's a 2x4 on the wall going this way, and another one on this side, 2x4 along the bottom. So I want to notch it for 2x4 on each end. That way the end will be on a 2x4, and then I can screw the rest of it onto the actual boards on the trailer floor. But I can also nail it to that 2x4. Squeeze it, notch it in there real good. Guess I can measure it now. I'm measuring the board, and I can't remember exactly what my measurement's supposed to be. I have to go back to the trailer and measure it again. And I can't do it the way I thought I was going to do it. I can't overlap the 2x4 in the trailer because the board is only 1.5 inches, so yeah, so that's not going to work. So I'll just do it the other way. I might cover the splice with a 2x4 or a 2x something, and so I can nail them together. I say screw them together. Just standing around chewing their cud. Little red, he's over there chewing his cud. I gotta go back in that trailer. I don't want to feed him corn again, so I'll just have to take a stick with me to keep him away from me. Should be a quick measurement at the end of the trailer. To watch me like that all the time, huh? Sorry, no corn. There he is. Oh, he's not bothering me. I gotta measure this. From that, see, I was going to put the 2x4 over the top, and then over the top of that one, 2x over there, and then notch it out. But the 2x4 that I'm putting down is only 1.5 inches, and that's 1.5 inches, so I can't notch it because I want it flush. So I'm going to put it in between that 2x4 there, butt it up against it, and butt that one up against that one, and that's somewhere around 61 inches. Okay, you can't come in here. No. I got to measure there. Don't look at me like that. I'll have to use my stick. You better back up. I'm warning you. Don't shake your head at me. My stick's longer than your horn. Okay, I got to get in there. I just have to show him my stick. Come on. Oh, don't bother you no more, huh? Back up, back up, back up. That's it. Okay. Now I can measure from there, the inside measurement. I'm glad I came back to double check because I wasn't sure if it was 61 3/4 or 61 1/4. And I was sort of thinking it was 61 1/4, but I was wrong. It's 61 3/4 from one side to the other side. So now I can measure correctly. You got a few flies there, Buster. Blowing in the trailer again. Oh, you're gonna get your nose in my face again. I gotta go back to finish measuring my board. You guys look comfortable? Huh? Say something? Cry if you want to. You had your corn today. At least they're all okay. Hope you guys have babies next year. I hope so, all of you. The 3 here anyway. Those 2 are bulls. I want to see some calves. I'm headed back to the truck. That's how long it's going to be right there. I cut that part off. 61 3/4. Yeah. I can't remember what I used this board for. I can't remember. I don't remember. This was leftover, but I don't know what it was leftover from. I can't remember. Yeah, well, I'll think of it one of these days. Had to be something big. I just don't remember what it was. So my line is right there. I'm going to cut that off right there. I'm not going to put it in today though, but I'm at least get it cut. Oh, that's cut. Something else I want to do with this board, but I don't know if I want to do it today or not. Board's going on inside the trailer where there's a lot of manure. I'm going to put some linseed oil on it so it don't rot too fast. Even though it's treated, I'm still going to put some linseed oil on it. Yeah, okay, I got linseed on all 4 sides. I'll let this dry. I gotta put it somewhere. I think I'll put it over there to dry. And I'm gonna use linseed oil when I get ready to put it in the trailer. I'm going to clean the wood all off on there, hose it down, let it dry, and then I'll linseed all that too. Yeah. So it'll have be like a linseed on everything that's in between and on top. But I won't be doing that today. Yeah. I'll have to lock the bull out of there so I can work in there without him bothering me. Like I said, there's other days. Hey bird, what are you flying around here for? Them swallows just are daring. Yeah, this will preserve it a little bit better. The hard part is moving it while it's, because I need to take the truck out to big pasture. Make some measurements out there too. So I need to get it over there. You know, I should have painted it. I should have applied this stuff over there instead of on the end of the tailgate. Cutting the board was one thing on the tailgate. That's good. But putting this linseed all on, I could have done that over there. Oh well, I guess I can move it. I got gloves. Made it that far. I look like it's dripping. I guess it don't hurt nothing. Yeah, I'll just let it drip. Anyway, I'll let that dry for a few days. Quick crate. I had this bag left over. I measured it. It's 4 inches high, so that's good. I can use that as a guide. It's 20 inches long and 12 this way. So I'll see how many of those I can fit in my 5 foot by 4 foot openings at the corral. Use that bag as an example. It's 4 inches tall. Oh, I wouldn't say tall. Well, 4 inches thick from up and down, and it's 20 inches that way and a foot across wide. So if I use that measurements, well, using the bag of Quick Crate as an example, and if it's 4 inches thick, and if my hole for the concrete is 4 inches, and the hole is 4 foot wide, 5 foot long, and then I need, and each bag is a foot wide and 20 inches long. They're 60 inches and 5 foot, so I need 3 bags this way and 4 bags this way. So that means I need 12 bags for each hole. So that'll be a total of 24 bags. Now it's possible the area got dug out for the
concrete is either more or less than 4 inches. So I may not need all. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to buy 12 bags. I got an extra bag here, so if I can use those as a backup. But I'll buy 12 bags, maybe 13, maybe even 15. Yeah. And I'll do one hole, see how many bags I take over that one, and then I'll be able to estimate how much more I need to finish the second hole. That's what I'm thinking. I know I need at least 12 bags. I got one here, but if I still get 12, and if I get 15, that means I have to buy less on my second trip. But I'm not going to buy any today. I'm going to wait a while. I'll see what the weather's going to do. I texted the guy who cuts and bales my hay. He's got me on his list now. So it's just a matter of waiting for the weather. When it's good enough to make hay, they get me in their schedules. I'll get it cut and baled. Okay, that's all I want to do today. I'm going to drive out to the big pasture and do another test. But this is probably good enough. I probably don't have to go out to the big pasture, but I probably will anyway, just to see the cattle, if nothing else.
Well, I think the red bull, I see waves going out from the tree, the tree in the pond. So I think he's in there. I think he's in there. That's what I'm thinking. I just can't see him. But going by the, oh wait, I saw a tail flick. I saw a tail flick down in there. I think that's where he's at. He's cooling off in there. And these guys are just, they like to hug the fence line. I don't know why. They just like to hug the fence line. Well, I'm going to head out to the big pasture just to look around. I want to test that tire too. I'm going to open that gate. First, I open that gate just a little bit, get the lawnmower in and out and then back in. Today I got to open it all the way. And when I come back, then I'll close it again and let them back in here. They got some more stuff to clean up. You can leave now. Looks like Red came out of the water. If that's where he was. Away I go. There she is, eating the mulberries again. I think that's a mulberry, or part of it. I think I see a turtle. Ah! There's a turtle in the pond, had his head sticking up. He went underneath now. Yeah, I need to spray this. I'll spray all these weeds here. Across the dam too. Yeah, I'll spray all these so neighbor don't want to. I don't know why he mowed this. I don't know why he mowed it. It's not his property. Anyway, I'll take care of it eventually. Spray it, and he has no reason to cut. Okay. Yeah, I hope these elderberries survive. Hope the people who mowed it. They didn't mow it down this time. The last one, they mowed it the other day.
Yesterday they mowed? Yeah. And there's a bunch down there on the right side of the bridge. Yeah. That's on the neighbor's ground, but I don't think they care. And that's what I did yesterday. Uh-huh. I cleaned that up pretty good. I left the one from the ditch up to the road for the township to mow. Now I got some mulch under the fence. Yeah. That looks nice. Lawnmower does a pretty good job. I had to go over it twice to get it to cut all the way down. But it's done. I mowed this too, just to make it look nice. Yeah, the grass in this pasture is looking pretty good. Oh, I know what I forgot. I didn't mow the outside on the left. Oh well. There's nothing big there, so I can get that next time. I'll mow that next time. Next time I mow, I'll get the outside there. I got it fixed up so I can get in there with the lawnmower. They're keeping this 8 down. That's good. When I was driving across the bridge, I noticed something down there. I'm going to take a look at it if I can. Yeah, it looks like I missed a little strip. Oh well. Yeah, I noticed it. I just took a glance when I was driving over the bridge. I never noticed it before, the cattails. And there's no cattle in here, so I know it wasn't them. But there's something digging up the cattails over there. I don't know what. I don't think it was a flood. Could have been. I guess it could have been the higher water when you had that inch and 7/8 of rain. I guess it could have dug them up a little bit. That's possible. I'm going to go down and look at it. I can go around here to get in there because the gates are closed down there and I don't want to open them. And I just want to take a look, see what's going on over there. Luckily for me, I can walk down here and get around. But so far, the cattle, they could, if they wanted to, they could walk down here and get up here, but so far they haven't. They haven't come around this corner because I think it's too rough for them. But if they had to, I guess they could. But so far, so good. If they ever do try to come through here, all I gotta do is sink a T-post over here somewhere, here or there, and just put a wire here. It's nothing major. There's that stuff floating around. I think it's coming from these trees. I think it's coming from the willow. I think, I'm not sure. I don't see nothing on the willows. Let me check that tree out. I know it's not this elm. Could be the ash tree over there, but I don't see nothing white on it. That's an ash. I thought it was coming from these willows. Yeah, I kind of see some white tufts up there. Yeah, it must be some kind of a blossom thing. I see something up there. Looks kind of white. Right here on this branch. Yeah, I can see some. It must be from the willows. Although I don't really see nothing on this willow. But I see something floating in the air, but I can't see nothing on the branches. And that's a big willow there. That's an old one. Yeah. Goes way up. Another couple willows here. There'll be more than one. Well. Yeah, I can see stuff. Well, those are leaves. Those are leaves falling off.
Well, let's continue my journey. I'm gonna close this gate. There's some of that white stuff floating around. If I can pick some up. Ah, flew away. It's almost like cotton. It feels like cotton. Cool. Yeah, it's all over the ground here too. Some over here. Here's another piece. There must be seeds in here. I don't see none. Some more down here. Here's some more. There's a big bunch here. There's something. Don't know if it's a seed. Some more. Some kind of cottony stuff. And I don't know what tree it's coming from. But it's coming from one of these trees here. I don't see nothing on that one. Although, wait. Yeah, there it is. It's this poplar tree. I see some on there. Uh-huh. Yeah, it looks just like that. Up there. Uh-huh. So it's the poplar that's making that stuff. Okay, now I know. It's the poplar. I think this poplar here got hit by lightning here last year or sometime. Anyway, I found the tree that made this stuff. Okay, I'm done. Gate's closed. Let's drive up to the top. Let's continue the drive up to the top. I could take the long way around. Yeah, let's do that. I haven't done that for a while. Since I'm here, I guess I'll go ahead and put some stuff on that cattle road. Now you can see the areas that I missed with my spray. There's a big patch over there, a white one. From down there, I didn't spray that down there. You can see where the dead ones stopped and then the green ones start. I gotta spray that in anyway. So I gotta come out for those eventually when the sun starts shining again. And there's a bunch of little ones growing in here too now. They just started to come up. See, there's some there. They came up since I sprayed. Yeah, I got a whole bunch there. I know I went through here. Actually, I sprayed this from that tree to that pear tree and everything in between here. I sprayed that about a week before I sprayed all the other stuff. And so this was first, and I missed a few. And some of it's growing back, are growing since I sprayed. Some new ones. I can see them in there. So I'll be walking the whole thing again, touching up the ones I missed, or the ones that grew after I sprayed. But I gotta I gotta spray that. Missed all those ones I missed there, the ones I missed there, the ones I missed there. And there's one over here I didn't spray either. Okay, let's keep going. That mark there with that yellow pole, because there's a wet spot here. There's always been a wet spot here. Grass is growing good over there. Oh, that's right, I could open the gate. Since I'm driving through here, I guess I'll follow the fence. I didn't turn the fence off. I checked it the other day. I came out here. Let me try something different. I'm gonna drive by and look at the weeds that I sprayed. You can see the ones I missed, the ones that aren't dying. Yeah. There's not as many as I thought there was gonna be. But there's a few. I'll come back and touch those up. It's really hard when you're spraying and they're all green, and it's hard. And then you walk past them, and then you come back the other way. It's hard to tell which ones you sprayed. But I got most of them. Yeah, there's a couple here, there's some here. I didn't think I missed that many, but you know. I need to come out here and spray the fence line too. Yeah. After I sprayed it, it's a lot easier to, and the ones I sprayed died. It's a lot easier to tell which ones I missed. Like there's some right there. 2 strips. There's a few in here too. Over here. Yeah, big. Uh-oh. Big mistake. I ran into that wet spot. I had to put the 4-wheel drive to get out. And I'm going to drive through now. Uh-huh. Give me some speed. I made it. Now there's a big strip here. Put it back in 2 minutes. There's a big, wide strip here I missed. And here's another one. You can see the ones I sprayed, and they're not even dying all the way. Yeah, some of them are just dying on the very top. But they're dying. I may have to go over some of them. Maybe I didn't get enough spray on them. Other ones are completely dried up. The smaller ones die quicker. And there's a few there I missed. Yeah, you can tell where I sprayed. I'll come up to the area where I left off. Right about here. Right where these milkweeds are. Yeah. I'll come back with some spray. I think I got enough. What do you call it? Weed killer for another tank full. So I'm probably going to have to go to TSC and buy some more. I think that's where I bought the jug I got. The one that's almost empty. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to switch camera. I'm going to move the camera now. From here down, I didn't spray yet. Okay. I also have to spray this fence line too. Yeah, I gotta spray that. I don't know if I sprayed it before. I don't think I sprayed it yet.
Yeah, I didn't spray this one yet. I got to spray the one around the small pasture too, behind the house. I got to spray the perimeter there too. Yeah, there aren't that many ironweeds out here, but there's enough to. I need to get them killed before they go to seed. Oh, I fell on the cattle. There's some of them. Picking the leaves off the trees. Oi! Oh! What happened? This tree. A big tree here. A branch broke off up there. It's not really in my way. The cattle sure picked the leaves clean though. I thought about doing that sometime this summer. I'm going to do it in the creek. Cut some trees down, let them eat the tree leaves. And I thought about doing that out here too. So some of these smaller trees, turn them out, cut the small ones down and let them eat the leaves during the summertime. I did that once when I was a kid. Yeah, when I was in high school, I think. We had like a real dry summer, and of course we only had like one cow. But I remember cutting some trees down so the cow would have something to eat. Well, we had hay, but I just feel like cut some trees down so we could make more space for pasture. That could have been when I was in the Navy. Oh, when I came back from the Navy, maybe. I think even after I was married. No. I was. Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, sometime after between 80 and 83, when I moved when I built my house in 83. Yeah, so sometime in that area, sometime after between 75 and 83, I cut some trees down in the pasture on the farm, just so the cattle would have some leaves to eat and to get rid of some trees. I don't have it four-wheel drive, but I think I'm okay though. It's not too muddy. Okay, get up there. Neighbor's got corn. Hope he didn't plant too close. I don't want to tempt my cattle. I thought he had corn in here last year. Oh well. Well, before I go over there, let's do a drive through. Oh, a turtle. I saw a turtle on a log go down there. It just slithered into the. I guess turtles don't slither. That's a snake. It crawled. Yeah, I think there's another one. There's another one on that log. Right toward the middle there. Let's see. If I drive up, it'll drop off that log. Yeah, there's a turtle rested between those. See it? Watch it. Right in the middle, right in the center. As I get close, it'll drop off that log. They sun themselves on those logs. It's not moving yet. It's a log in the water. Come on, turtle. Huh? I guess it didn't want to. I guess it's not afraid, but another one that was next to it dropped off. Okay. Stay there then. I'm going to drive around the pond.
But this time I'm going to do it differently. This time I'm going to have the camera facing the pond. Do it in front of me. Just to have a different view. Okay. There's a big tree fell last year. A lot of persimmons in here. Most of these are persimmon. I don't think I've ever got any persimmons off of them. I think the raccoons eat them all. Okay, let's make this turn. These two little hills here. That's what's left over from when they dug the pond. There was a couple all across the pond too. But we used those to make that culvert crossing over there. I had two big over there on the right. In that clearing there used to be two big mounds of dirt, and I had them had a mini excavator come and move those piles of dirt. Because I put a culvert in there. We put the dirt across there to make it easier for me to drive across on that side of the pond. It worked out pretty good. Hey, the turtle's still there. Turtle's still there on that log. It's not very afraid. There it is. Hey, turtle. I see you. I need to cut some of these trees down here. I don't want no trees on my pond down. Well, turtle, take care of yourself. Oh, fucking go here. Let's see if I can find the camera. We're over here. Last time I saw them, they were in here. Let's see where they went. Let's see nobody yet. Got some Jimson weeds on here. Probably got to spray these on the side here. I don't see the cattle. They probably went down in the pond. Yeah, a lot of Jimson weeds on the edge here. That's because the soil was pushed from they were headed in this direction. Oh, there they are. I see them now. I see them. They're down there. There they are. There they go. Since I'm driving around, I'll just drive around the other way too. I'll go back to the corral. I'm gonna take another drive by. Show you the lead. I'll stay along these trees. You can see all the weeds. Yeah, after they cut the hay, even before it's baled, as long as the hay's cut, I can drive into the hayfield and get that disc out of there and disc these up even before the hay's baled. That way it'll be cleaned up by the time we haul bales. Yeah, I'm gonna disc them Jimson weeds up. The ones on the edge, I don't know if I can disc those. I'll try, but they're too close to the trees. I can't get the tractor in there. There aren't too many on this side. I usually don't feed much here, but this past winter I fed a lot of the hay here. Doing a little sightseeing, huh? Look at that one Jimson leaves all by itself out there. Okay. Let's drive down the other side now. Get a view of the weeds from the other side. There's that one Jimson leaf all by itself. Closer to these weeds here. Yeah, I think it was last year I replaced that a 12-foot gate with that 16-foot gate. That's an old gate, but it still works. Yeah. It's a lot better now. I made the whole end of that hay storage area wider, so I could get more bales in. 'Cause it was kind of hard getting the tractors in and out of there. These hay bales. Hey, got too bumpy. Yeah, I'm gonna disc these up. As soon as the hay's cut, then I get disc out of it. I'm gonna leave it up here after I pull it out of there. I don't think I need it in the hayfield. Okay. I still need to spray some Jimson weeds are over here. 'Cause I can't disc close to the pen here. Yeah, that's what I got to work on one of these days. Get some more concrete. That's what I'm here for. The way I drew that diagram on the board that was cut off. They're going to use for the trailer. 12 bags might be too much, because I don't think it's exactly 4 inches below the board there. Yeah. The bottom of the board is going to be the top of the concrete, and then it's going to come up the hill here, come up on an angle, and be at the top of this other board on this side. I'll do the one on the left first when I get ready to pour. Yeah, my diagram showed 12 bags, and I was using the shape and size of a full bag of concrete mix as an example. So I'll get 12 or 15 bags, and then if I need some more for the other side,
I'll be able to tell how many I use on the left side. Then I can use this. I probably need about the same amount on the right side. Just a matter of doing one first, so I know what to do on the second one. Oh, the tire. Yeah, I almost forgot about the tire. I don't think it's really that accurate, but that's about the slope that I'm going to be having with the concrete. Yeah, just about. And I'm using this tire because the tire on the trailer is the same size as that. So as it goes down, it's going to hit that. Actually, I thought it was going to hit the middle. Because the way I measured from the, I thought I was going to hit the middle. Probably would if I didn't have all this stuff in there. But anyway, from the middle, from the tire on the trailer to there is 3 foot. So if I'm measuring from there, from here, from the inside to there is 3 foot. So if the tire comes back that far before it hits, that means the trailer might hit before the tire does. So, which is okay. Yeah. As long as the trailer is lower, the trailer is lower, so the back of the trailer is level with those boards there. I think that'll work. And I also wanted to know how much I'm gonna have to. I'll fill that in. I'll fill that in with the cement. I don't have to, but I think I should. Yeah. That way the tire will hit there before it hits the board, and that way it will protect the board from getting broke. Okay, that's all I needed to see today. I know I need at least, my estimate is 12, but I might need more or less than 12, so I'll probably get 15. And I'll do this one first, then however many I use in here, I'll probably use the same on that side. So when I need to buy some more Quikrete, I'll know how much to get. A closer estimate anyway. Yeah. I need to take that one out and bend it. It's bending up too much here. I need to straighten it out so it'll lay lower down to the ground on this end. That end's okay, but this side's too high. Once I get the concrete in, then I'll pick it up so it's in the concrete. But for right now, it's too high. That's a little better. Like I said, after I pour the concrete in, I'll be hooking it and pulling it up into the cement, so it'll be surrounded by cement, not just on the bottom. Yeah, that board is about the slope I'm gonna end up with. And like I said, where that gap is under the tire, right there, I'm gonna add cement like that, just like it is there. But I'll do that last. I'll pour the cement, like you could say flat, from there to the top of the board there. It'll all be flat, and then I'll come back later after it's somewhat firmer. Then because I want to put some cut pieces of metal in the wet cement, aiming that way, so there'll be some kind of reinforcement there to hold it, so it don't break free and come this way. I'll probably have some wire going this way too, this way and up out of the cement to hold it from coming back. I'll do that on both sides, but like I said, pour the flat surface first, then come back and pour a little bit there.
I think it'll look pretty good and work good too. I mean, the small ditch that I had dug before, it was just dug out, probably just enough for the tire, or a little bit wider than the tire. It worked good, except it was hard the trench was so small, it was hard to get my tires lined up just right. This way, I have no problem. No matter which way, this way or that way, I'll be in good location. Yeah, I think this will work out pretty good. Yeah, I could probably be working on this cement now while the weather's still cool, but just don't feel like it. But today would have been a good day to mix cement. It's overcast, cool. Yeah, not hot. Yeah, but I'm just being lazy. Yeah, the cattle will knock that over by the time I come back. Yeah, that's just about the right slope. I still got to figure out a way to. I think I'm going to figure out a way to have a board coming out here, resting on top of that, and my strike off will be going this way. And I'll use the bottom of that board as my line to strike off as best as I can. But this board here will be on the top of the board, so it'll keep everything straight. The hard part is going on the inside, because I'll have to have the board cut on an angle. So I want the board to rest up against that board, every time I go back and forth. Not sure how I'm going to do that though. I got to get the right length of board. Well, that's 5 foot. That's 5 foot there. So a 6-footer is probably all I need. I thought I heard something. I think I hear a woodpecker. There's no wind today. Look at that. There's no wind. I don't see any wind. I don't see any leaves, trees moving. None at all. Out above me, nothing's moving. It's kind of muggy. There's moisture in the air. There's a chance for rain today, but oh look, the sun's trying to come out. How about that? Here, something's coming out. I don't see nothing, but yeah, but I can see that it's got brighter. It got brighter. I'm not going through there today. I'm going to go around the way I came up. Go back the way I came. Anyway, I'll get this done sooner or later. I need to work on my garden too. Yeah. And after I get the concrete done, then I got to come in here and move that dirt around, flatten it, level it out behind that board that way. Yeah, that won't be too hard. Shovel and a rake is all I need for there. Maybe a hoe. But anyway, oh, bugs are biting my legs. I've got to go back in the truck. Well, I've seen what I needed to see, and I think I said I'm going to get about, I figure I need 12 at the most, because I don't think that's 4 inches. Yeah. The concrete, a dry concrete mix in a bag is different than a wet concrete in a wheelbarrow or in there. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's see. Like I said, I'll do one first, and then I'll recalculate how many more I might need to buy to finish the other one. Plus on the back side, which it won't be that much, maybe a bag for each one. So I'll consider that too. I'll put that in my calculation. All right, I'm going to head back to the house. Okay, Let's head home. Let's drive through the weeds again. There's some ironweeds here along the fence. I gotta spray. Yeah, we got some big ones in here. They're probably setting seed too. Hope the weather becomes warmer and drier so we can get the hay cut and baled. The turtle's still there. It's still on that log. Must be tired. Okay. Bye, turtle. I'm gonna run over this weed. Yeah, there aren't too many weeds on this patch because there's a freshly fed area. Okay. Let's go. The cattle, I guess the cattle are already down in the pond down there by the bridge because I saw them as I drove by the pasture road up there. I saw them down in the bottom. Let's drive along this. I went along the fence. What? Don't run over the. Here's where the ironweeds are the thickest, right here. The rest of it's pretty thin. I thought there was a tree that fell over. Did I miss it? Where is it? I went right past it. I didn't even see it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I drove right past it. I didn't even see it. Huh. Oh well. It's not in my way, so I'll just leave it. Give them something to scratch on. They already ate all the leaves off of it. Broke off of a pretty big tree. Looks like a red oak. Yeah. I can see where I left off right here. See? That's where I left. That's why I ran out of spray. Yeah, but there's a bunch I missed, but I'd say I got 90% of it. I'll touch it up one of these days. There's a few in here I missed too. Some of these grew after I sprayed, so. Hey there. Those are the younger ones. The big ones are in the water. At least they got a place to soak. They can soak up at the pond on top, but I don't think they do that up there for some reason. At least I've never seen them soak in there. I'm getting sleepy. Must be the weather. Look at those blackbirds. They like to hang around their feet. There's a bunch along the fence line. Yeah. What do you call that? Cooperative? Uh, oh, they benefit each other. Or the cattle benefit the birds because they stir up the bugs, and the cattle benefit because the birds eat the bugs. Look at those calves. They're growing up fast. That bull there in the middle, the little bull from this year, January, it's almost as tall as the calf from that white cow from last year's calf. Because it's right behind him. And the white cow's right next to him too, or her. Yeah, he's growing fast. Yeah, if I keep the white cow, I'm going to sell the heifer, her calf from last year. I'll sell that. I don't like it, but I might keep the white cow. Give her another chance. She's supposed to have a calf this year yet, so I'll see what her calf this. If she has a calf this year, if it don't grow good, I can always sell her. But I like the way she looks. Only thing I don't like is that she's so small. But all these cattle are all small, more or less, average size, I guess. But that's the calf with the brown cow. Look at those birds in the fence line. Why do they keep going to the fence line? Must be something over there they like. Must be something over there. Well, I gotta get going. Gotta close that gate behind me and then head back to the house. Yeah, I just didn't like the way this calf grew. This one here by the white cow. Besides, it's got cropped ears. This never did grow good. Alright, you guys can leave. Mama cow came out of the water. She's back there. And that's her sixth calf, the one that's the heifer right here, right behind this cow. That's the one I had to take up to the house last winter because she was stealing milk from the red cow. Okay, I better get out of their way. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go if you're going. Go ahead, Mama cow. I'll wait for you. Look at something. There's 3 calves up in those trees there. See? 2 calves from this year, and then 1 calf from. Oh, I better back up. 1 yearling calf from last year. Okay, now you can go. Now you can go. Go ahead. No? You don't want to go? Alright, go. Go ahead. I'm watching the calves. Good girl. Oh, they're coming out now. And the red cow came out. Bull's coming out too. They're all coming out. Come on, calves. Don't get left behind. I think they're going there to get away from the flies. Oh, here they come. Here they come. That's the bull calf from the mama cow. That's her 7th calf. This one here. Red cow, she lost her calf this year. I think it was a breech birth, but she survived.
I never saw it happen, but I saw the dead calf after the vultures eaten it about 2 weeks after she had it. And she was showing signs that she had a calf, a difficult delivery too. But I saw them, but I didn't realize it until after I saw the dead calf that those signs were of her having a hard time calving. Yeah. And that calf there, the one behind the red cow, that belongs to that brown cow. And this calf, the yearling, that's the calf that's from the cow right behind her. That's her fourth calf. That cow's, this big heifer here, that's the dark cow's fourth calf. And she's pretty sure she's pregnant, going to have a calf soon. So I got to keep an eye on her. Looks like her udder's developing and she's got a belly. Billy, what are you doing? You're the last one, boy. You're on the wrong side, Buster. Come on. You have to go around. Everybody else did. Come on. Don't be stubborn. That's it. Go on. And don't rub my mirror. Look at those horn flies. I thought that oiler would help the horn flies because when he puts his head down, it should get some of it on this thing, but I guess I spun a little bit. I landed right into a wet spot. At least they can cool off in this water, even though they can't go in the creek right now. So let's see if I can. Oh boy. You can see there's no wind down here either. I'm going to do a drive-by here. Yeah, I was going to go check those cattails out down there where they're falling over. But I forgot. And it's not that important. Cattle don't eat them anyway. Okay, let's head out. Yeah. I locked the cattle out of here on May 1st, and you can see how much growth they got. There is, since there's no cattle eating it. I haven't decided what to do with these culverts yet, but they're not in the way too much. I need to clean the dirt out of them anyway. Yeah, the cattle are going to love this when I put them back in when we start hauling bales up to the top. That's why that's why I did this, so I can lock them in here. And they'll have the creek water, and they'll have this grass to eat. This is what I worked on yesterday. I mowed this. Let's get it straightened up a little bit. Yeah, that makes it look better. And so when I do put the cattle back in here, they might eat some of the grass that was blowing underneath the fence. And if they do, that's okay. But if they don't, it'll add mulch. I think they're going to be more interested in the grass that's growing. And they'll eat a lot of those seed heads off because
forming seed right now. I thought about cutting this other stuff along the road. It's just hard to cut on that hill, and yeah, I just didn't want to mess with it. I did enough there. Shame to let that grass go to waste though. Yeah. Anyway, since I'm in the truck, I guess I'm going to go ahead and drive over to the hayfield and take a look at that too.